You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. This past Saturday, PBC on Fox, Caleb Plant versus Caleb Truax was the main event. Caleb Plant put on a boxing clinic and got Truax up out of there. 12-round unanimous decision. Now, my question is really simple. Did Caleb Plant stock go up or down after the Truax win? Now, to answer the question depends on how you look at it. If you look at it from a business and numbers standpoint, his stock went up. His stock went up. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the card got 2 million views. Like, that's the biggest numbers Fox has had in 13 months. That's stock went up. You know what I'm saying? Stock went up. Now, in terms of another money and business point, Caleb Plant is still the champion at 168. One of the champions at 168. And the cash cow, Canelo Alvarez, has said that he wanted to unify at 168 pounds. So eventually he's going to have to come pay Caleb Plant a visit. That's going to be a career high payday, once in a lifetime opportunity. And it's going to be a unification fight. So Caleb Plant was able to get closer to that fight without taking any real risk fighting Caleb Truax. So when you look at it from that angle, him getting a Canelo Alvarez fight or setting himself up to get in a Canelo Alvarez fight, then yeah, the stock went up. The stock definitely went up because he technically don't have to fight again until Canelo comes knocking. Now, if you're talking in terms of his actual performance inside of the ring against Caleb Truax. Now, Caleb Plant fought the way he usually fight. Fast hands, good foot movement, good jab, outbox his guy, outclass his guy. And if he can get him up out of there, he'll get him up out of there. Caleb Plant went in and did what Caleb Plant usually does. Now, his audience was different in this fight. His audience was a lot different. Prior to Canelo Alvarez mentioning Caleb Plant's name, Caleb Plant was just a name to the hardcores. The general public did not know who Caleb Plant was. Of course, boxing fans, we know who Caleb Plant is. After Canelo Alvarez made the announcement he was moving up to 168, after Canelo Alvarez dropped his 160-pound belt, after he said he's trying to unify, and Caleb Plant's name was mentioned because he's one of the champions, then all of those Canelo Alvarez eyeballs were on that fight this past Saturday. All of the people that feel like Canelo Alvarez can't be beat, they were watching that fight. All of the people that are casuals and one of the few fighters they know is Canelo. And they like, hey, who's this Caleb Plant we keep hearing about? Oh, he on Saturday night? Let's watch him. He had those people as well watching. So he had a lot of casuals, semi-casuals, and just new people to Caleb Plant watching the fight on Saturday because his name was mentioned with Canelo Alvarez. So those people seen a boxing clinic. And a lot of casual and semi-casual fans, they don't like to see boxing clinics. They don't like to see boxing clinics. They don't like to see guys not trying to knock the opponent out. Things like that. So from that aspect, stock went down. Now, also, if you are a hardcore fan, then you completely enjoyed what you seen in the fight against Caleb Truax. You seen the jab, you seen the movement, 3-punch combinations. First shot might not get there, second shot might not get there, but that third shot might land clean. And Caleb Truax is no bum. Caleb Truax is no bum. He's an older fighter, but he's no bum. And he swept him 12-0. So you look at it from that standpoint, from the hardcore fan standpoint, stock went up. Stock went up. But to cap this off, you have a lot of people A lot of people that feel like Caleb Plant can't beat David Benavidez. You got a lot of people that feel like Anthony Durrell got a real shot at beating him. There's a lot of people that feel like Danny Jacobs can beat Caleb Plant. There's other fighters at 168 that people feel like will give Caleb Plant a run for his money. Young pups like Edgar Berlanga, guys like that. There's people that feel like he can give Caleb Plant trouble. So, did Caleb Plant do anything this past Saturday to make people not think that those guys can give him a run for his money and or beat him? No. Stock went down. You know what I mean? The stock went down. But overall, Caleb Plant is a very good fighter at 168 pounds. His resume is still being developed, and it's really up to him what path he takes going forward. I mean, the smart thing for him to do is just sit out until the Canelo fight. But if he decides to get back in there, he's going to have to fight somebody that's going to give him a run. Because if he fights another guy, you know, maybe another older fighter or somebody that's just not as accomplished, then people are going to say, hey, well, Caleb Plant is just fighting another guy, and he's not really giving himself a chance to improve. He's not challenging himself. Overall, Caleb Plant stock is up. Is more positives going on with Caleb Plant than negatives. The negatives that Caleb Plant is getting right now is just the people that A, don't know who he is as a fighter, or B, they know that he's good and they just want him to compete to see how good he actually is. But to answer the question, when you got a Canelo bag sitting right there and you just waiting for that phone call, your stock is going up. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.